Why would I do it when you're so good at it? Oops.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Tanner.
I'm Nick.
And this is Witty Banter. This is our kind of talk show where we get on here every week, actually every Monday at 8 a.m. and release a video talking to the general public about just different topics.
Yep.
Today, we are covering a very controversial topic because there's kind of
a debate.
Almost a religious following for both of these.
This is true.
Apple
true.
versus Android.
RenderForce.com.
Intro.
And we're back. So, just to go ahead and get this out of the way, we both have iPhones.
iPhone 8.
Now, I have gone back and forth between Android and iPhone for a long time. I can see the good and bad in both. But today we're going to cover some of those ideas and topics. But right off the bat, I wanted to let you know what we have currently. Nick, you want to take it away?
Yeah, I just said a minute ago I have an iPhone 8.
All right. And in video. Anyway, so yeah, like I have the iPhone. Everything else that I have, like I don't have any other Apple products other than my phone, and I have an Apple Watch. None of my computers or anything sync up like that, so I'm not too deep in the rabbit hole. Like I have, gaming computer that's not Apple. I've got a tablet that's not Apple. So not everything is connected. But Apple just seems more simple. It's more
user-friendly. More
user-friendly.
Definitely.
I have to say, I really enjoy the customization of Android phones. You can do anything to those things.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, change anything, change the look of anything. The only way you can do that to one of these is to jailbreak it. And if you do that, the warranty's not there anymore.
Sounds illegal.
Like, it basically is. But, like, so you can do some of those things, and even with this jailbroken, it's still not to the extent of customization of an Android phone. Another pro towards the Androids, a lot of the things that, like, Apple is rolling out now, Android's had for years.
Really?
Yeah, like
Such
had for quite a while, actually.
See, I'm not into the whole tech game. I've had cell phones. I can't tell you if they were probably not Androids.
Right.
But I got my first iPhone. After that, I was like, well, it's got all my music and information, and I'm stuck with it.
Yeah.
So,
so like there is good and bad. These are slick. I love, like, I wouldn't say that I love the interface on an Apple, but I love the look of an Apple. I think the only phone that has come out in the past 4 years that might make me like want to go away from Apple would have to be the new Note 9. That phone is badass, and I really love it. The only thing, honestly, that is keeping me with Apple is that I already have the Apple Watch.
Okay,
So, like, if I was to go to the Note 9, I would have to buy, like, the Gear Watch, the new, like, their version of the watch, which is gorgeous. But, once again, it's spending more money that I don't necessarily need the watch. I collect watches. I have a lot of watches already. So, it's already hard for me to decide, am I going to wear my Apple Watch or, like a more traditional analog watch? So adding in another smartwatch to that just kind of like, whew. So it's much easier for me to just stick with
you were prepared for this one.
iPhone.
You were prepared for this video.
No, it's just I talk about stuff, watch a lot of reviews, and
Yeah, you actually did a few reviews that were pretty good.
I have, not on phones really.
Maybe you should start.
Well, like I could literally do my phone because I've got, like, this phone's paid for and like it's way past time to upgrade, but like this thing's, it's paid for and it's mine. Like, why do I really need a new phone till this one breaks? Like
that's how I feel.
That's the way that I'm looking at it. And this past year,
the iPhone 30 come out, and I'll be like, well, my 8 still works. So
I have a 6.
That's a 6.
This is a 6.
Jeez.
It's the 6 Plus, but it's the 6. And like, so we're on like the 8 and the 10S and the 10R.
Oh, the 8's just about like old news.
Right,
yeah. They had the 8 and the 10 at the same time. They got the 10S.
And I actually bought the 6 the day the 7 came out. I walked in there and was like, I want the iPhone. And they were like, cool, we just got the iPhone 7. I was like, no. I want the headphone jack. I want the 6.
That was my thing. Well, kind of. They took the headphone jack off this one. This one has like the power. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I wanted the button because I'm slowly but surely becoming an old man. I wanted my button. They're like, well, the 10 doesn't have a button. I'm like, no, I want the button.
Yeah. So pretty soon none of them.
Which is funny because now they don't have a button, but you can buy a thing.
Buy
a thing that plugs in that has the headphone jack and the button.
Yeah.
But it's like $50.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Just bend me over the table.
Then you have this dongle hanging off your phone. Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know. Which one's better, Tanner?
Honestly, like this past year, I was going to upgrade, but this is like the S year, which means essentially it's just the 10 again, just a better version of it, but it's the same exact phone. Yeah. This new year of 2019, when Apple releases in September, they'll be releasing a brand new phone, not an S version of the phone, a brand new phone. That's why I decided.
So what, the iPhone 11?
I don't know. Maybe the 9, because they kind of skipped over the 9.
Yeah, but if you notice, a lot of things skip over the 9.
They do.
I don't know if it's that's another thing. Is it a taboo to have the 9?
The Note 9 is out right now.
Oh, what if it's taboo, though?
I know, yeah.
What if they broke? Like, what is the whole thing about
I don't know. But so
we'll eventually find out with like PlayStation, Xbox.
Right, yeah.
They're already talking about making a PlayStation 5. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's just a matter of time for us. We'll be like in our 40s and be like the PlayStation 9. Or we'll probably not in our 40s. We'll actually be like in our 30s, late 30s, probably 10 years. It'll be like PlayStation 9.
Because they come out with a new version like every year.
It's like every 2 years. Really.
Well, no, not like a new.
PS4's been out a while.
Right.
And they're just now like working on
every year they bring out like the PS4 this edition. Every year comes out with a new edition.
That's true.
But like so this year.
But it's the same way with the phones though. It's just a matter of time for they're eventually like this
edition,
this edition.
Right. Yeah. But this year I have a really big decision to make because it will be a new phone year for Apple, and
you're gonna have to upgrade. That thing's old.
It's time for me to upgrade. So I have a decision to make of come September. Do I continue on with Apple and get the new iPhone, or do I skip back over for a year and go back to Android?
Sacrilegious.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I've seen memes that are like, at the time, it is 2018. If you're using an Android, you need to grow up. I've seen that.
I've seen those things of like, my iPhone could come to life and try to kill me in the middle of the night, and I still wouldn't buy an Android.
I've seen that before too. See, I've never had an Android, but I'm happy with my app. With my iPhone. I don't want to change it. I don't want to get anything different. I know how to work it. I mean, for God's sakes, you shouldn't have put the little button on here. Anything this phone needs to do is right there. Just one touch. 1, 2, and the whole menu pops up for what the phone can do.
Why? A lot of people say that, like my case, you can't see it, but on yours you can. The Apple logo in the back, that it's the forbidden fruit, and there's a bite out of it that the consumer bit, and now you're stuck. Like you'll never go away from it.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, it's
smart.
It's the forbidden fruit. It's not an apple. It's an apple with a bite taken out of it.
But I won't use their computer products or anything.
I mean, I would love to have a MacBook Pro.
The main reason for me is I do a lot of gaming on my, and I'm not 100% sure. Like if I bought a brand new Apple, if it would take Steam.
Okay. So here's the thing.
If it doesn't take Steam, I don't want it.
Most of the time, people go in two different directions. If you are going for more gaming and stuff like that, you're going to go with a Windows product. You're not going to go with an Apple. But if you're going for like video editing or like photography or something like that, you're going to go with Apple. And I don't know why that is, but that's just how it's been, the color science or something. But that's with me. I have a gaming computer that I absolutely love and will use always. But for on the go,
thought that was one that died.
That's a gaming computer, my new one.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Is it Apple?
it's not, no, it's Windows. But for on the go, I would love to have a MacBook Pro. Just because it's so small and it's a powerhouse for editing pictures and video, not for playing games. Now, I mean, some people do play games on them, but I would literally want one just for on-the-go editing.
Let me just interrupt you. Who makes Android? What company is that? Is it Android company?
Okay, so Android is the software.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an actual
What's the
phone.
company?
It's all the companies other than Apple
All the companies other than Apple
have an Android phone.
Oh, so that's why you titled this the way you did. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
yeah. So and
When Nick has no idea what he's talking about.
So then from Android you have like the Windows system. You have one of the new ones is called Marshmallow, and like all these other little systems all fall under the umbrella of it's an Android phone. Which Apple Pro, this can't get a virus. Everything that is made has to go through the Apple service before it can be downloaded to your phone. To where Windows, I could literally sit down at my computer and write a line of code and draw up a virus and send it to somebody's phone. They open it up, they have a virus on their phone. I could shut down or take control of their phone from a computer. So you cannot do that with this.
If you do questionable things, it's probably best to have an Apple.
Exactly. But once again, everything that's done on an Apple is monitored by Apple. So
don't do anything too
at corporate, because corporate sees everything that happens on their devices.
So you can do whatever you want to, just make sure it's in the realm of legal.
Right, because they see everything that happens on their devices, and you can't do anything like too crazy. That's why there's certain apps you cannot download on this, but you can on that.
So more freedom. Dangerous, but more freedom.
Right, that's why also you have to have a virus software on an Android phone. Where you do not have to on this, because this cannot get a virus. That's the good thing about like a MacBook Pro. You cannot get a virus on a MacBook Pro. Any Apple computer, you can do whatever you want. You can't get a virus. But you can get a virus that'll shut down your computer in 30 seconds on anything else. It's interesting.
Oh, it's interesting. A lot I could say about that, but I'm not going to.
Right. But yeah, so I would love to, for on-the-go, editing, I would love to have a MacBook Pro. Apple, if you ever want to reach out, I would love a MacBook Pro. I will do so many videos on your MacBook Pro. It'd be amazing. Because right now, I have an Alienware laptop that I'm about to get fixed with a new motherboard, and that's what I take on the go. And that is a big, heavy gaming laptop.
But I never see you play any games on it.
I never play any games. Like I play MTG Arena.
Why did you buy a gaming laptop and never did any games with it?
When I first got it, I was playing a Star Wars game. I was playing
Far Cry. What Star Wars game?
I don't know, one of the Star Wars games where you play online with a bunch of other people.
Knights of the Old Republic, the Old Republic thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that.
Yeah, I played it. Yep.
You still play it?
No. And then I was playing Far Cry 2, and then I got Far Cry 3. I was playing those. I played a few other little rinky-dink games on Steam.
I'm going to go rinky-dink. Yeah, I love Steam. The video for another day. But what I'm going to go ahead and say is, man, somebody might be tuning in this video to be like, oh, I don't know which one to get. Let's see what these guys' opinion are. Let's get back to it.
Okay, we haven't talked...
For that one new fan that might be a fan of us, and he's like, I really just need a tech review. Let's see what they say. Go.
Okay.
I really don't. I'm more here for the witty banter.
Right.
You're here with a tech review.
Okay. So Apple is more basic. It's going to be more user friendly.
I just wonder if there's somebody out there that plays games with random videos and it's like, oh, he said the name.
and it's going to be less customizable. And Android, you're going to have more freedom to do whatever you want with it.
Dangerously.
It's more likely to get a virus on it unless you have virus protection. And like,
we're not saying how you get a virus, but you know what you do.
Right. Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
And you have a lot more options in the Android space between different phones. Some phones have better cameras, better speakers. There's literally
better camera?
There's literally cell phones out that are made to play games on.
All right. Mr. Tech Review, I'm going to ask you some questions for the one guy who tuned in to be like, I want to see their opinion on things. If I want to take pictures, which one do I need?
Oh, boy. Okay, so...
Mr. Photographer.
So, The Note 9 takes amazing pictures, and so does the new iPhone.
Yeah, we're comparing newest to new.
Right. So
the XS versus the Note 9.
So I'm going to take all the Androids out of the equation other than the Note 9.
And taking all the iPhones out except for the XS.
Yeah. So because the Note 9 is really like the big powerhouse in the Android field right now, and it's like the only other phone that I really care about. And then the new iPhone. The new iPhone's camera is stunning. It's so good.
He used the S word.
But so is the Note 9. And the problem is, I don't have a problem with the Note 9's camera. I have a problem with the new iPhone camera.
What is it?
This is the problem. So Apple just put into their software...
face recognition.
No, not face recognition.
Sorry.
Whenever you are taking a selfie with their selfie camera, it automatically has beauty mode, and you cannot turn it off. Oh. So there's people that are taking selfies and looking at it, and it looks nothing like them. Their skin is super soft. It's like a glow, and it looks horrible. You can't do anything with it. You can't even use the picture.
Wow.
And you cannot turn it off. There's no software where you can be like, I do not want this. That's it. You're stuck with it.
Okay.
And that's not on the Note 9. You can take a picture, and it looks like what you look like. And
you have to edit it.
And you have to edit it.
With millions of apps.
Which is something I would much rather have. And the camera is the most important thing on this phone to me.
To you.
To me, because I take pictures. So I'm going to take a bunch of pictures with this phone. So the camera is really important.
So you give the point to Android on that one.
Currently, I think if they were to take away that beauty mode,
Apple will eventually be like, okay, let's change that.
Oh yeah, I think the next phone will not have the beauty mode, and if they were to take that away, I would definitely, for the camera reason, stick with iPhone.
Okay, what about for like games and apps? Which one do you give it to?
Let's go on a different...
I have games, and I hate to be a nerd, but I have like a Marvel game, a Harry Potter game, and I play daily.
So
if my phone is going to have trouble loading it, I'm not interested.
I don't think either one. They're both going to be good with that. I wouldn't say that either one is going to be bad at it. I would say that let's take that in a different direction. That you're going to be playing a lot of games and stuff, so you need a lot of memory. For this, you have to buy a larger phone, which means you're going to spend more money. Okay. With the Note 9, it has an external memory card that you can pop in there and have a 520 gigabyte phone because you have an external source. This, you cannot do that. What you buy the phone, you buy it 32 gigabyte, that's all you get. You don't get anything else. You have to take stuff off to put something else on once it's full.
And that also goes into the battery then too, because you have to take this to an Apple store.
You cannot take the battery out of this.
You can't just pop out the battery.
Yeah.
Can you do that in Note 9?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think you can.
Unprepared.
I don't think that one does. Going back to the camera on the Note 9, the Note 9 has a stylus.
Always go back to the camera.
It has a stylus that you can pop out or whatever, and you can set your phone up, and the stylus has a button on it that you can click to take a picture.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, to where the iPhone does nothing like that. See,
wow.
Note 9.
But let's bring in
the Note 9 is the only phone in the past 6 years that has made me want to get away from
some other
Apple.
things that I know a lot of conspiracy theorists and stuff like to argue. There was a terrorist attack, and the terrorist, or I believe, had an iPhone, and the government was unable to hack into the iPhone. They went to Apple and saying unlock the phone. Apple was like,
yeah,
no,
exactly. Because no matter what you do, you have to go through Apple.
So let's say not the government. That's a bit of extreme. Let's say somebody got my phone and they're like, I want to see what this guy's been. I want to steal his credit card information. I want to get on his Facebook page. I want to steal everything I can. I want to make money from his, not just from the phone, but I want to get his information, his pictures, his everything, and blackmail him with it. Which is going to be easier to get into? The iPhone XS or the Note 9?
Okay, both of them have like the shutdown mode where like you can go on the computer and be like, my phone was stolen. It locks it the fuck down.
Okay.
You cannot do anything.
Okay,
as a matter of fact, the Android version will actually, if they try to do anything, it will take a picture of them and send it to your email. So you have a picture of their face.
Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. So you're going to give it to both of them then? Draw? I mean, this doesn't exactly take your picture and send it to them. But, I mean, the government itself couldn't get into it.
Right, yeah.
which is, I imagine, really frustrating for them.
Yeah.
But what level of like security does Apple have that the federal government couldn't get into a cell phone?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if somebody really wanted to get down, like government level, they'd get in that,
yeah.
Note 9, I bet.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee it.
Not the Apple.
No, because that's the thing.
I'd give point to Apple for that one.
To get into this, you have to go through Apple. To get into a Note 9, you could hack it. You could hack it to get into
That's
it.
true.
You just have to have the IP.
And you said Androids were more hackable and able to get viruses, whereas these are like
You can't.
still fortresses.
Everything has to go through Apple.
Fortresses.
So you would physically have to put it on your phone yourself. So they would have to get a hold of your phone to put it onto your phone to get it.
But they don't have to do that. You can just download the wrong app on a Note 9.
Right.
Oops.
But they cannot put that app for you to download into the Apple system. I could go onto an Android system.
So every app you get on Apple has been like approved
by Apple. Yes.
They've been like approved.
Yeah. So like, but Android, I could make an app that's just a virus and post it to the App Store, and someone could download it and get a virus. But that's another thing of like, let's say I make an app and I want to make money off of it and sell it for $1, and it's this amazing game. I can post it to this right here, or to Android, and people can play it all day long. I have to go through Apple, sign all this paperwork, and try to get it all worked out. And they might be like, well, I don't like this about the game, and I have to change it. That's why Magic Arena, right now, it's in beta testing.
So it's almost the difference between Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Yes.
Because one is like, you can do all these, like if you were to live in a world, you can do all these crazy things. It's got all this, but it's like the Wild West. And the other one is very structured and organized.
Yeah.
And
But MTG Arena, you cannot play on an Apple product because it's not approved. And it's in beta testing. Really? It's only on Windows.
Wow.
You cannot play it. Like Josh wants to play it. He cannot play it because he has a MacBook Pro. I was like, that is upsetting.
That is. That's bad, man. That's bad.
Yeah, because Apple has not approved it yet.
Well, I think we're hitting time, so I need to know, Tanner, which is better, Apple or Android?
Okay.
Don't ask my opinion. I don't
Taking everything into consideration,
yeah.
I have to say that Apple is better.
But what about all the stuff you just said, Tanner?
I know. And come September, when Apple releases their new phone, I have a very big decision to make. Am I gonna go with the newest Note, because that's the number one competitor right now, or am I gonna go with the new iPhone? And honestly, I'm gonna say right now that Apple is better. But when September comes, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Well, there you go, people. Apple's better, according to Tanner. Heard it here first.
Thanks for coming along, guys. Sorry, this was a long one.
You got all personal about it.
You
got all personal.
But thank you for consuming this podcast on the podcasting apps or on YouTube. If you're watching it on there, give it a like, and think about subscribing and sticking around, or sharing this to Facebook or Instagram or any other thing that you
just really hoe us out. Just really share us everywhere.
Oh yeah, it helps us get out there for other people to find us and follow us and like our our
content.
That's the word. Like our content. And
Big brass monkey.
The big bad monkey went down the lane. The big bad monkey went down the lane. But thanks for coming along, guys, and
thank y'all.
We'll see you next Monday.